The sky is full of dangers for animals on the ground, such as falling rocks, lightning strikes, and, of course, predators that hunt in the sky. Hawks are among the most fierce and cunning predators soaring through the air, and they have several awesome adaptations that make hunting much easier. So here is how these birds expertly track down their prey while flying hundreds of feet up in the air. When most people think of a hawk, they imagine a bird of prey that spends most of its time sitting on a branch and swooping down on unsuspecting prey below. But this isn't actually the case. Sure, some species of hawks do spend time perched on branches, but many others prefer to hunt while soaring effortlessly through the air. And there are good reasons for this. First, it allows them to cover more ground. A hawk that flies can scan a much larger area for food than one that stays in one place. Second, it lets them conserve energy by riding air currents. A hawk doesn't have to flap its wings very much, which saves energy for more intense activities like catching and eating prey. And third, it allows them to ambush prey from above, which means they do and have to announce their presence by stomping around on the ground before their meal has a chance to run away. But hunting while flying requires a very different set of skills than hunting while perched. For one thing, a hawk can't just passively wait for food to wander under its beak. Instead, it must actively look for prey and decide whether or not it's worth trying to catch. To do this, many species of hawks have keen eyesight that lets them spot prey on the ground from great heights. In fact, a sharp-shinned hawk can spot a mouse from over half a mile away. That's about the length of 17 American football fields lined up in a row. Once a hawk spots prey, it must decide whether or not to attack. If the potential meal is too small or there are too many obstacles between the hawk and its dinner, then the hawk will usually not bother pursuing it. But if the prey looks large enough and there's a clear path to it, then it's time to dive. Hawks typically dive with their wings outspread, which gives them more surface area, so they can slow down as they fall. This also lets them keep their eyes on the prize. After all, you can't catch dinner if you can't see it. Then once the hawk gets close enough to its prey, it does something amazing to capture it. Many species spread their talons wide as they dive, almost like a bird-shaped parachute. Doing this lets them steer themselves as they fall and reach out with their talons to grab the prey. It takes a lot of skill and precision to pull off, but after a bit of practice, young hawks learn how to do it well. In fact, a study found that red-tailed hawks only need about 6 months of experience to become proficient at catching their dinner from mid-flight. That is about the length of time it takes most human children to learn to ride a bike without training wheels. It might seem like a risky strategy, but this hunting method works remarkably well. One study found that red-tailed hawks have a success rate of nearly 60% when hunting from mid-flight. When hunting from a perch, their success rate drops to just 40%. So hunting while soaring through the sky is not only an excellent way for hawks to find food, it's actually more efficient than hunting while perched. Plus, it comes with an extra benefit, because hawks can't really eat while they're flying. They'll use their talons to hold on to their prey while they tuck their head and beak under their wing and swallow it whole. This means that they don't even need to land to eat, which saves them even more energy. And to top it all off, this hunting technique helps keep their talons sharp, their bodies lean, and their prey plentiful. So it's easy to see why so many species of hawks spend more time flying than the sky really is the limit for these masters of the skies. Speaking of limits, we have reached the end of this video, but luckily, it is not the end of the amazing adaptations of hawks or other fascinating topics covered on this channel. So please stay tuned for more information. And as always, thank you for watching.